You're looking live at the Link. Welcome, football fans, to Lincoln Financial Field in South Philly. Today, an exciting battle in the NFC. It's the Los Angeles Rams and the Philadelphia Eagles. Jake Elliott is out ready to kick this one away. And away we go at the Link. And he mishit this one badly. It's out of bounds short of the 40, and they're going to take over at that spot. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. Shotgun snap to Stafford. That finds Adams downfield. And this great effort winds up getting them well into enemy territory before he's brought down. They managed 22 on the rip and a first down.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
Markers reset, ball at the 37. First and 10, here's Stafford. Gets this one to Blake Corum. And he's going to be taken down a yard shy of the 25. Give him an even 10 yards on the play. And the Rams are going to have a first down.
This running back is a mismatch maker. That's how I label him on my little sheet right here. Right under his bio. This guy just creates matchup nightmares for every defender on the field.
They'll motion him out of the backfield. He's throwing deep to the left side. Taking the deep shot there on first down. Okay, no luck connecting. It's incomplete. Thought he had a touchdown there. So second down coming up. It's Stafford once more. Nothing there left side as it ends up incomplete.
Can't cover it much better than that. Really well covered, Kate, on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have third down here. Putting a receiver in motion. Throwing his Stafford on third. Forces that one, and it's intercepted. Adoree Jackson makes the play. And the Eagles will take over as he records his first interception of our season. So what happened there, partner? Looked like he'd found an early rhythm on that opening series until that last throw.
Yeah, fine line between confidence, which he certainly had, and rhythm. And then also just unwise decision-making, forcing that pick.
Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. First and 10. They run it with Saquon Barkley. And they sense it straight ahead, but the front stops him after a gain of 3.
That is simply a stay-on-schedule kind of run. Nothing more, nothing less, just right on schedule.
They'll come up after that 4-yard gain. It's 2nd and 6. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. Pressure's there, and he goes down again. And that pushes them back. Third down coming up.
All right, first sack on the board on the first drive as a defense, and now, well, now we let the chess match begin, the adjustments begin, because we know pressure leads to sacks, and sacks in this league often leads to wins.
This offense looking to convert as they come up on third down. From the pistol, Hurts. A throw left side, caught by Brown. And it's a nice gain, but still not enough for the first.
I know on the stat sheet, Kate, that shows up as passing yards, but any defensive coordinator will take it. Understanding down and distance and keeping that offense short of the sticks.
Hauls in this punt at the 8. And he gets his offense in better field position here to start. Up close to the 30. LA bringing the offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. This one's reeled in downfield by Ferguson. And in a blink, they are up to midfield before somebody manages to stop him. It's a 23-yard pickup on the play. And it brings up an LA first down. Only one play in, Brock, and this drive already to midfield. First down throw here for Stafford. And he's not quite that fast. Let him just a bit too much. That's incomplete. Well, even with the pick on that last drive, partner, he is showing no hesitation whatsoever.
Well, in order to play this game, Kate, at this level, you've got to be aggressive. You can't let a previous mistake really affect your next decision. I'll say this as well. In the NFL, you throw into coverage too many times, there are going to be more interceptions.
Stafford now on 2nd and 10. That's on target, Puka Nacua. Touchdown, Los Angeles! The Rams go up 6-0 here in the first. It's a Puka Nacua touchdown! So no mistaking that play call, Brock. They send everybody on deep goes, and it winds up paying off. What a play.
And you'd think on the other side, defensively, they'd be ready for this. But this is truly a breakdown in the secondary. They're just not able to make a play on the ball in the air. And the end result, as you said, a big play and a touchdown.
Here's Evans set to kick this away. And he takes a knee in the end zone for a touchback. Eagles in a good spot here as they come up to the line, 1st and 10. Starting on the ground here with Barkley. And he manages 6 yards to begin this one. We've got 2nd and 4.
Cool thing about a drive starting run like that, Kate, is it really just gives you every opportunity in the playbook, whatever you want to do. But as for me, I like to reward that runner. Give it to him again and see if he can get you a new set of downs.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. Excellent play defensively as they get to him behind the line. That's going to bring up 3rd down.
I'm going to guess at some point, whether it's in the huddle or over there on the bench on the sidelines after this drive, QB is going to go apologize to that running back. He just ran him into one heck of a negative play.
A less than ideal 3rd and 8 here. Hurts. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
An early deficit means you lose the runway to slowly get your offense up to speed. This offense got to get going, and that incompletion won't help.
This one well struck and angled toward the sideline. And it sails out of bounds. That's a good kick. Got all the way down to what looks like the 10-yard line before leaving the field. Offense to the line. They're going to have trips right to start out. Throwing now on first down. Stafford fits it through the middle. Has some daylight through the 40. And finally they get to him and send him out as this gets all the way into enemy territory. It's a full 40 yards on the play, Brock, and a new set of downs. So the big play gets him just beyond midfield. It's first down. They give to Corum on the draw. Gets it ahead, has about 5 yards. Nakobe Dean in on the tackle.
That run's not going to turn many heads, but at the end of the year, I promise you, if you average over 5 yards a run, you're going to be a Pro Bowler.
First down run, nabs him 5, now 2nd and 5. The first carry now for Kyren Williams. And he works this to the 38 before going down. They get 6 and a first down as well. So while they're in the huddle, partner, we've arrived at the end of our first quarter. 7-0 is our score. We'll return to the link right after this. Time for the second quarter of play. It's Rams football. They're looking at yet another 1st and 10 on this drive. Screen here for Williams. And he gets down to the 24 before he stops. They gain 14 on the play. And the Rams are going to have a first down.
At that down and distance, this group was pretty confident a screen would get them enough yards for the first, and it did. And so long as it keeps working like that, I bet you it'll be a go-to play for them when they need it the next time.
And they've got themselves another 1st and 10. Throwing with a blitz on the way. Setting up the screen here for Corum. That screen sniffed out quickly, shut down behind the line.
I know coordinator and quarterback going to be upset with that first down because you call a screen on first, you're thinking stay ahead of schedule. Even a minimal gain to stay on pace, but instead, that defense creates a negative play and sets them back behind the sticks.
Offense to the line for 2nd down. Stafford from the gun. Pass complete, 2-2 Atwell. And they stop him. He's marked down along that 18-yard line.
Yeah, these in cuts maybe aren't the hardest throws from a degree of difficulty, Kate, but it does take some courage as a quarterback to throw into congested spaces, but it can pay big dividends.
Third down and 4 now. This is the 7th play in this drive. Stafford's going to throw once more. Got a man. That's Nakua. And he takes this in. Touchdown, Los Angeles. The Rams pull out in front further. 13-zip. It's a Puka Nakua touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. So he finds his man in space, and then the wideout takes advantage. Nice finish there to take it in for 6.
Yeah, no question about it. We know points are always a premium in this league, and this really becomes a 3 to 4 point play, right? When you don't have to settle for field goals, you can throw it underneath and your receivers do that much damage in the open field and score a touchdown. That's big time.
And it looks like he's going to opt not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 35. Eagles in a good spot here as they come up to the line, 1st and 10. They're going to go with Barkley on the counter. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on 2nd.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on 2nd down. A play fake now hurts to throw. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
The lack of points and the lack of yards have just gone hand in hand here in the first half, and they both really trace back to the same root cause, an inability to consistently find and exploit any opening in what's been a very sound defensive game plan.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Hurts now from the gun. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stopped.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep it short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
And he's certainly been staying busy. Once again, he's out to punt and sends this flying. Rams ready for this one. Here's 1st and 10. Working from the gun. Here's Stafford. Completed over the middle. And he will not get any further, but plenty of progress already. They managed 22 on the rip and a 1st down. They put Adams in motion left. On 1st down, here's Stafford. Oh, he put some heat on this deep ball. This is caught inside the 15. And they're going to stop him, but he got enough to make it 1st and goal from the 8.
That is so much more the exception than the rule when you're targeting double or triple coverage. You may be fortunate to complete a fair number of those throws, but gains like that, those are rare, and that's big time.
First down from the red zone. And this is going to be an LA touchdown. The Rams boat racing them to the halftime locker room. It's a Blake Corum touchdown. They were throwing for it there, and they didn't care who knew about it, Brock. And it turns out, hey, nothing was going to stop them either.
Yeah, there's something about an empty formation. You are declaring to a defense, other than QB draw, this ball is going to be in the air. But at the same time, you also force the defense's hand. There's only so many coverages they can play, and they just exposed them.
Here's Evans set to kick this away. Fielded just shy of the end zone. Only manages to get this back to the 20 before he's taken down. Eagles getting ready. Here comes 1st and 10. They'll start this one out with Barkley. And he powers ahead for about 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5.
You know, Kate, that might be a little bit of a disappointing run to him. He wanted more. They always do. That's exactly what they were after offensively to get this drive moving.
Gain of 5 on that 1st down. Let's see if they can repeat that performance now here on 2nd. Play action. Hurts has it. The Rams get to him, and he's dropped! And that sack may change the next play call as it sends him backwards ahead of 3rd down.
It's looking like a dreaded 3-and-out offensively, but listen, if you can't keep your quarterback clean and upright, you're going to need some magic, big-time magic, to convert on this 3rd and long.
Defense looking to defend the marker on 3rd down. First throw for the backup now. Cover man is there, and he harmlessly knocks it away. Incomplete.
Safe to say there's been an early disconnect between the planning phase and the execution phase for this offense. Might be time, Kate, really to get back to basics, to the calls that you just trust the most.
Collects this at the 35. And that return's going to leave him enough time to squeeze in 2 plays here if they want before the half. Football on that 47-yard line, 1st down. Shotgun snap to Stafford. That'll be incomplete, and the clock shows 10 seconds left. No luck finding his receiver that time, and it sets up 2nd down. Well, he already has himself 1 interception in this game, partner, and throws like that are going to find him another if he isn't careful.
Yep, those are the throws you want to intersperse, kind of sprinkle into your passing game, because if they become the norm and you're constantly thrown into coverage, that's when 1 pick becomes 2, 2 becomes 3, and on and on.
Back to the air we go on 2nd. Stafford. Throw finds his back. It's Corum. He goes the distance. Touchdown, LA! The Rams get more points to end a lopsided 1st half. It's a Blake Corum touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. Looking to tack on the point after. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Rams grow their lead yet again. So we'll see if it's a kick return that ends our half, or if we get a play from scrimmage, as this one's away. He'll bring it out from a couple yards deep. He's hauled down on what is the final play of our 1st half. That's halftime of this contest. We'll join both teams in taking a short break. More of the NFL on EA Sports in just a moment. Here's Evans set to kick this away. Return starts from the goal line. Returnable from near the end zone. And this is brought to a halt just across the 10. First call here coming from the shotgun. Shotgun snap for Hurts. This one snagged by Dallas Goedert. And he's short of the first after a mild gain.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on first down. Textbook. It sets up second and very manageable, and then creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
2nd and 3 now. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. Finds him over the middle. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
A new set of downs forthcoming. It's 1st and 10. They'll go from the gun with Barkley. Through the second level at the 40. Free up the middle. It's a breakaway. And he is into the end zone for a Philadelphia touchdown. The Eagles cut into the lead coming out of halftime. Saquon Barkley, the touchdown. Wow, just sensational speed from the back that time, Brock. He found a seam, got through it, and he was gone.
You know, it's one thing, Kate, to have singles hitters, right? And you love those, and you appreciate guys that can get on base. But it's the home run hitters that are the difference makers, and what a big-time effort.
Elliott's all set for the kickoff. Okay, well, that one's over the 20, the landing zone, and almost everything else we got here today. So that football coming out to our 35-yard line. Good field position for the Rams as they get ready. 1st and 10. Drive begins with a run. It's Williams. And this is pushed ahead for a gain of 5. Brought down by Jalen Carter.
That's one of those sneaky little runs, Kate, that gets you enough yards to create some doubt into that defensive coordinator. You could stick to the ground. You could throw beyond the sticks. Really create some indecision now defensively.
First down run gets him 6, so now it is 2nd and 4. From the 41. Dump off caught by his back. And he will not get the first, but ooh, this is close. Looks like they're going to have about a yard at most to gain after he picked up 3. 3rd down.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to 3rd down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
On 3rd down, here's Williams. First down and more past the 40. Into the red zone. And he has the Los Angeles touchdown. The Rams trying to end this before the final quarter. Kyren Williams, the touchdown. That one splits the uprights. And the Rams continue piling onto this lead. Here's Evans set to kick this away. From a couple yards deep, this is going to come out. They stop him right as he gets up past the 15. Philadelphia settled and ready. It's 1st and 10. Throwing here, Hurts. And that's incomplete. Wanted to dial up the aggressiveness there like that, but couldn't connect. 2nd down.
This defense, they had a plan. And they've done an excellent job executing it. Instead of a main character, they've reduced this receiver to a footnote. Kudos to the job collectively on defense.
After the incompletion, they come up on 2nd and 10. Shotgun snap, they're gonna throw. And they will finally catch up to him just a second before he could reach that 40. Big gainer here as he picks up 20. And that's good for an Eagles 1st down. Back to throw, Hurts. Hauled in by Goddard, left side. And they push this down to the opposing 47-yard line. It's a gain of 17 on that one. And that's a Philadelphia 1st down.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
Hurts yet again. Short pass brought in. And he's taken out of bounds as he gets it down near the red zone. It's a 24-yard gash, and it gives them the 1st down.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend? Do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
A new set of downs awaits them. Here's 1st and 10. Sending him on the dive. And they love to see him fighting forward, but he only gets them 3.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 + 4 + 4 equals a 1st down.
4 yards on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 6. Barkley trying this up the gut. And he's going to get this down to the 9. That puts him in goal to go.
That's just not the guy defensively you ever want the open field. Frankly, with the amount of space he had at one point, they're lucky to have limited to the gain they did.
They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal. They're going to run with Barkley. Well, so much for finishing things on the ground, huh? He is stopped at the line. They're going to have to regroup now on 2nd and goal.
Okay, all right. There's a little progress on 1st and goal. You keep it safe, you push a little closer, and now you're set up for what you want to do on 2nd down.
8 yards to go as they get set on 2nd and goal. They'll try again with Barkley, and they take this in for the score. The Eagles shave some off the deficit late in the quarter. Saquon Barkley, the touchdown. Extra point up and good by Elliott. And the Eagles cut the lead by a quarter, down now to 21. Elliott's all set for the kickoff. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. Good field position for the Rams as they get ready. 1st and 10. Throwing from the pistol, Stafford. He'll get this over the middle to Ferguson. And finally, they're able to stop this play from getting any more yards. They'll get 31 yards on the play. And it brings up an LA 1st down. Three-quarters in the books from this one. It's their football, and with that type of lead we've got on the scoreboard, this game pretty close to over. Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. From the gun, a carry by Williams. And he maneuvers through the middle for a gain of 4.
A humble 5 to 6 yard gain on the ground. Not a huge gain, not a game-changing play by any means, but one that keeps you on schedule and takes some of the starch out of that front 7.
First down run, nabs him 5, now 2nd and 5. From the 29. Finds him on the crossing route. And they stop him. He's marked down along that 18-yard line. He gets a gain of 11 there, and that picks up the 1st.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
Working inside the red zone. Hauled in by Adams over the middle. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
2nd and 3 now. Give to Williams from the gun. And it'll be 1st and goal. Stop is made at the 5-yard line.
Ooh, I like that. I really like that execution to move the chains. Now that 3rd down call that they had ready, well, they can stick it right back in their pocket for a later occasion.
Stafford back to throw. He's got it. And that's a Los Angeles touchdown. The Rams keep adding to that 4th quarter lead. Kyren Williams, the touchdown. No hesitation on that throw. He got the guy he wanted right away, and he got it to him for the touchdown.
You know, it's great, Kate, to draw plays that have all sorts of different options, but it's even better when you don't have to get to your second read. His first broke open just like they planned, and that's 6 in the end.
That one right down the middle. And the Rams continue adding on to that lead. Here's Evans set to kick this away. And he'll decide to pass on the return here and take the touchback instead. Eagles in a good spot here as they come up to the line, 1st and 10. Okay, the wide receiver's gonna get it to begin the drive. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense.
Can I have a moment, Kate? Just a moment to marvel at how well they reacted to that play on defense. They were all over it from the start, getting behind the line to blow up a play that how many times do we see as highlight reel touchdowns going the other way?
It's a design boot. Into a crowd, and a defender comes up with it. Picked off by Ahkello Witherspoon. And the Rams are gonna have it after his second interception of the season.
Well, these were the kind of plays they needed, frankly, earlier in the game when it was still somewhat close. By this point, still a great play, but a bit of a hollow highlight with the game already decided.
From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. Stafford from the gun. That finds Adams downfield. And the scoring will never end. It's another touchdown. The Rams keep running away with this. Davante Adams, the touchdown. That is his 6th passing score of the game. A lot of quarterbacks could go several weeks without throwing that many touchdowns. And now, keep in mind, he's only one off the NFL record of 7 in a single game. That one splits the uprights. And the Rams tack on 7 more to their lead. Here's Evans set to kick this away. He'll bring it out from the middle of the end zone. Poor choice this time to bring it out. They contain him before he even reaches the 20. Eagles getting ready. Here comes 1st and 10. Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. Pushing it up past the 30. Avoids a defender. We've got a foot race. And he's going to be hauled out on a gain across midfield down inside the 45-yard line. That goes for 36 yards. And that's good for an Eagles 1st down. So the big play gets him inside the opposing 45, Brock, with a new set of downs to boot. 1st down, a run with Barkley. Well, even a great game is going to have its lesser moments. He can't get anything out of that carry. Stop for no gain. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. Here's 2nd and 11. Connects on the crosser. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. Back to throw, McCord. That's too far in front, and it's not going to be caught.
You hear defensive coaches preach this all the time about not giving up the big play. Keep everything in front of you. They're going to need to stay vigilant because he's definitely a receiver who can take the lid off of a defense.
Second and 10 now. Oh, tried forcing it to the slants. It's intercepted. Emmanuel Forbes makes the play. And the Rams will take over as he records his 1st interception of our season.
I'll hear a lot of defensive coordinators say you've got to earn the right to rush the passer by doing work on the early downs. So you know what this is, Kate? They've earned the right to be aggressive defensively with the work they did through 3 quarters, and this defense is cutting it loose.
They're going to pass it here. Finds a seam down the middle. And this one breaks beautifully as they're going to get it forward to their own 45. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap 1st down.
Just one play into this drive, and they're already sitting on their own 45. Oh, Gronk, look at this. He's setting up to throw it. Diving right side, got it! Give him 15 yards on the pickup there. And the Rams are gonna have a first down.
Okay, I know exactly what's gonna happen. I've seen it once, I've seen it 100 times. Next week on the practice field, this running back's gonna say, see, I'm not just a running back, I can play receiver. And you receivers, you couldn't do my job, but I just showed you I could do yours.
First and 10, here's Stafford. And this time they're gonna get to him before he can get that pass away as he goes down. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
And look at that. All that effort and success from the previous play, it is gone. Credit to this defense who snapped and cleared. That's part of this game. You got to snap and clear. Give up a big play, come back and make a big one for yourself. And they do get home that sack.
And he's going to be brought down at the 35-yard line.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
So it's the Rams who take this one on the road. Brock, I know you know this firsthand. All the way across the country. Feels like you're playing in the morning. You played a lot of these. That is not an easy thing to do what they just did.
And you know what, Kate? You look back, even like the Niners of the 80s, those really good teams, they struggled with these 10 a.m. kickoffs on their body clock. You know who changed it? Pete Carroll. Pete Carroll and the Legion of Boom said enough's enough. If you're good enough and we build up enough talent, we can also end this mystique or this problem of that early kick.
So that puts a bow on this one. For my partner Brock Huard and everyone involved on our crew, I'm Kate Scott signing off. This has been another presentation of the NFL on EA Sports.
The Rams are winners as we say so long from Philadelphia.